Hello, today I'm going to be introducing the NEC PC-FX game Tonari no Princess Rolfee. If you don't know about the PC-FX, it was a gaming system released by NEC around 1994. I would encourage you to look up more information about it on the internet. It's a very unique and interesting system. It didn't have a whole lot of games for it. This game, Tonari no Princess Rolfee, features the mascot character of the PC-FX. And she gets her very own game, and it's a pretty interesting game. I've played it before, and I have not beaten it, but I wanted to share with you today some thoughts about it, because I think it's a really interesting kind of game that I have enjoyed playing quite a bit. So, the basic premise is that you are a the princess of a magical land, and you are coming to Japan to study. Your parents send you off with your 3 sisters, and you come live in this nice house, and you live an average, everyday life of a schoolgirl in Japan. So the gameplay really has you go through each day and just make decisions. Like some of these other games where it's sort of a life simulation game, you play through each day and you can choose to do different activities at different times that kind of determine how the flow of the story progresses. Kind of typical in that respect. There are some unique things about this game though that I think make it pretty cool. So here's how you'll start your day, right off in the morning. And you get your lunchbox and you head off to school. So this is the kind of typical thing you're going to be seeing a lot of. It goes through each of your classes during the day. You actually see the class in the upper left-hand corner there, and how much you're paying attention. Sometimes you're kind of just following along, and it seems like depending on how much you study or how much you goof off, it has an effect on how much you pay attention during class. But here you are talking with your friend, and you both have to stop talking because class is starting. So here, this poor girl seems to have slipped on the stairs and hurt herself. So the teacher says, "Oh no, and if you're hurt, you can go to the nurse's office." And this girl is like, "Hey, that's favoritism." She's like, yeah, like, maybe I'm just gonna, slip and hurt myself before math class. So Rolfee is commenting on this, and really, it seems like there's a little bit of bullying that's going on here. So even though this is a very cute game, and in a lot of ways it's very fun and cheerful and lighthearted, there are some heavier aspects to it. I think that bullying, is not just a problem in Japanese schools. It can be a problem in any school. But I've seen it addressed fairly directly in Japanese media before. I think they seem to be pretty open to talking about it, which I think is a healthy thing. Interesting just to see that crop up here. So you have a lot of freedom of choice in this game to choose to go to different locations. Here you can go to the kitchen, you can go outside, you can go to, these are your sister's rooms. So we're gonna go to Veronica's room here, and so it looks like she isn't around. She's wondering if she's gone somewhere. So these choices that you have to go different places, sometimes they don't always pan out. So that's one of the things I sort of like about this game, is it's really interesting to just see all the different places you can go, where you go, and what sort of events you may trigger or not. And it seems like there's an aspect of genuine randomness to it. Some of the places that you go, it's really random as to whether or not you encounter something. If you save and go again, it's not scripted. But so here you can see there's a donut shop, you've got a hamburger shop, an ice cream shop, an accessory shop, a boutique. You can go to a toy store, Galacta, I don't really know what that is. You can go to karaoke, you can go to a video game arcade, you can go to a bookstore. So all kinds of different places you can go here at the in front of the train station. You've also got a CD shop, an NEC shop. I think it's a fish store. So we gotta try the NEC shop here. So here we are. She thought somebody might be there, and they weren't. But sometimes you score. Here we went to the accessory shop, and one of our classmates was here. So this is an opportunity to, meet this person and get to know them and talk to them, and get to know them a little bit better. So that seems to be one of the things in this game where really, if you're raising parameters at all or changing your statistics. Here we met our friend at the video game arcade. We get to play air hockey with her. Meeting your friends and your family. Here, this guy is one of the guys in class. He can ask you out on a date, which happens here. So you get to know these characters better, and you can get to know your sisters better. And you can it'll affect how much you study or how much you don't study. Will affect how well you do in school and all of these things. So it's really interesting to have all of these different parameters you can kind of focus on or not, and how is that going to affect the game as you get through it. I haven't played a lot of this game. Here you actually, an opportunity to interact with your family more. Your sisters will lend you books. So here you actually read your sister's book, and so you have a little scene with her where you say, "Oh, I read your book, and it was really cool. Thanks for letting me borrow that." So it's neat to see this. I've seen where your sister. You can actually ask them to take you out places on the weekend, and you can get to interact with them that way, and you can check how well you're getting along with the various characters. And from what I've read, it sounds like there's a point maybe in the middle of the game or maybe towards the end where suddenly something big happens, and all of this kind of comes together as to how you've been raising your character, and it might not be exactly what you expect. So I really think this is an interesting game. I like this kind of game where you don't really know what's gonna happen, but you can sort of adjust how you raise this character and uncover a different story. I think there's going to be a lot of replay value to this, and I think it's a really cute game. I'm really interested in playing some more of this, and I hope that you will take the time to check it out.